uh, to these such students. So
How
I think
can
it's
we make learning user-friendly, open to all, visible?
yeah. All right, we all know that these two problems need extra time.
Hmm.
The teacher who has a class, that's that's the minimum that I'm saying. 30 students able to deal with the students who actually have the needs and those who are normal students.
That's right.
So what we need over here is teacher aides, support system. Without the support system, the teacher will have burnout. She will be drained, and she will not even be prepared to do anything. Never mind the next day, but even on that same day.
That's
I think this is where the policy comes in. Our policy is extremely slow, lethargic, retarded, I would say, because the people who develop these policies are not educationists. They are technocrats. They don't even know ABC of education. So I think this is where somebody who is in the education, who understands education, needs to come up and develop certain policies, certain leeways for the student, for the teachers, so that they can implement in the classroom and accommodate students who come with a problematic background. अच्छा एक बात और भी है कि अगर अगर न्यूरोलॉजिकल प्रॉब्लम्स के साथ स्टूडेंट्स आते हैं then there needs to be a test system whereby the students can be identified, because such students are a scar in the society. Even the parents don't want to accept the fact that there is a problem with the students, never mind the teachers. And even if the teachers do, and they go to the principal will say, I'm sorry, how can you say that? नहीं नहीं ये मत कहना, पेरेंट्स जो है उनको बुरा मान लेंगे, स्टूडेंट्स को निकाल कर चले जाएंगे, तो आप जो है वो कुछ भी ना कहें. तो देखें ना, इस तरह से तो हमारा सिस्टम नहीं चल सकता है. My daughter, who is teaching in the UK to A-level students, and she says that as soon as a new batch enters the class, they go through learning difficulty test, in spite of the fact that the same test was given to them in O levels. They still undergo that test, so that there is such students are sieved.
Yes.
The normal students and students that have problems. हमारे पास क्या है? कुछ भी नहीं है. I'm sorry, I always give a very bleak picture of the education system over here, but that's a fact, right? Some people don't want to voice it. I want to voice it. And I think there are a number of problems. Yes.
Bilkul, you are highlighting some very important problems that we face. But as Mohsen has told us about emerging technologies, taking that point forward, Lubna, my question to you is, how can we effectively utilize technology to bridge the gap between traditional teaching methods and the evolving needs of this new century learners, while still trying to preserve the importance of human interaction, especially so in the case of special needs students?
Yeah. So we'll continue with the special needs students first. My grand is an autistic. He is American. He lives in America. He is 7-year-old. His father is a neurologist himself. And my grand's name is Ibrahim. And Ibrahim has been provided by the public school the gadgets, the iPads, which have got softwares for these children. He cannot speak, but he fully communicates through the iPad. If he wants anything, there are figures there. He would show, what do you want to eat, Ibrahim? And he would pinpoint, I want to eat paratha, I want to eat this. But that's where, similarly, we can incorporate these things in Pakistan as well. I've been visiting schools, I've been visiting autistic centers, and I've been asking about inclusive education, and there hardly are the schools where there is inclusive education. But at the same time, the silver line is that recently government of Sindh has announced and has made it mandatory that every private school has to have minimum 2 teachers trained for inclusive education. Let's hope that gets worked out. So that's one thing. The other thing is getting back to the environment, we had recently had a poster competition for a climate change conference. What saddened me was excellent artwork, beautiful artwork, but they were all taken up from the internet. The ideas were from the internet. And I was like, oh my God, this is where the teacher needs to look into. Then, again, if it is there, now it's there, what to do? Let them present it, and if then they want to present it, even that plagiarized stuff, they will have to look into it, and the critical thinking will start from there instead of the critical thinking that have come right in the beginning with their fresh ideas. So somehow we will have to bring these, we will have to play around with the things as they go. We cannot have one rule of thumb for it, right? Thank you.
Yes, please, Dr. Nasreen.
Continuing with Lubna, there are about 5 special schools in Karachi. Lahore and Islamabad is a hub. There are quite a few schools that cater to the needs of these special students, and even the university departments the universities have a department that caters to the needs of the special students. But Karachi, maybe only Karachi University, apart from that, there is none. I am actually doing an international project, and I wanted to collect data, and I went around looking at Karachi past. टीचर सपोर्ट नहीं है बिल्कुल, और पेरेंट्स तो लड़ाई करने आते हैं जब वो कोई कहते हैं कि भाई आपके बच्चे को कुछ मसला है, नहीं आपका सब कसूर है, हमारा कसूर नहीं. So this awareness is not there. A gazette was circulated by the government in 2000 and right, and it went to all. It has not been implemented. Government को कुछ करना चाहिए भाई. हम तो जो है only thing that we can do is sit on the stage.
Time where information is constantly evolving and lines between fact and fiction are often blurred. We are living in a time where we are blurred. We are living in a time where we are so confused. Who do we believe? How can we prepare students to be effective communicators in this digital age?
One word answer, maybe media literacy is but I think when you dig deeper into media literacy, you're basically training your students to evaluate, sources,
Yes.
right?
Teaching them